Welcome to The Explainer. There's this role in tech that's absolutely vital, but almost no one can agree on what it actually is. I'm talking about the product manager. So today we are going to demystify this role once and for all.
First things first, let's bust the biggest myth right out of the gate. You've probably heard a product manager or PM called the CEO of the product. And yeah, they're definitely on the hook for the product's success. But that title, it's really misleading.
A better way to think about it is that a PM is kind of like the connective tissue of the team. They're this fluid force that fills in all the gaps between engineering, design, and the business side of things, making sure everything holds together to create something strong.
Okay, so if they're not the CEO, what in the world do they actually do? Let's dive into the core of the role. Really, at its heart, being a PM is this incredible balancing act. You're constantly sitting at the intersection of three things: what the business needs, what's actually possible with technology, and, most importantly, what the user truly wants. Your job is to be the champion for that user and guide the team to turn great ideas into a reality that works for everyone.
I love this analogy. A movie director. Seriously, think about it. The director isn't the actor. They're not holding the camera, right? But they are the one person who sees the entire movie in their head. They align every single person on set to that one vision so the final experience feels whole. That is exactly what a great product manager does.
And that brings us to a really important point. The best PMs aren't judged by how many features they ship or how busy they look. No way. They are measured on the actual business impact they create. Does it make the company more money? Do users love it so much they stick around? It's all about the outcome, not just the output.
So how do they do that? How do they deliver that impact? Well, there's a fantastic framework that actually breaks the entire role down into 4 key areas. Let's check it out. All right, so here's a great way to visualize it. This is the Peak Product Manager Framework. You can see it's split into 4 quadrants, and they cover the whole spectrum of the job: product execution, customer insight, product strategy, and influencing people.
Let's just quickly run through what these mean. Product execution, that's the how. It's all about building and shipping great stuff. Customer insight, that's the who. You have to deeply, truly understand your customers' problems. Product strategy is the why. Tying what you're building back to the bigger business goals. And maybe the trickiest one, influencing people. That's the with whom. It's about getting everyone excited and aligned, usually when you have zero actual authority over them.
Now here's where it gets really interesting. The best PMs aren't trying to be amazing at all 4 of these things all the time. Nope, their focus actually shifts pretty dramatically as they grow in their career. Let's see what that journey looks like.
So when you're starting out, you're a product builder. You are obsessed with execution, with making sure every detail is perfect. You're basically driving the nails. But to become a real leader, you have to become a product architect. You have to step back, look at the blueprints, and start asking a much tougher question. Are we even building the right thing to begin with?
And this visual just nails that transition. See how a junior PM's focus is all in that top half, the tactical stuff, the product itself. But as they become more senior, their energy shifts down to the bottom half. It becomes all about strategy and leading people. You go from managing a product to leading a team. The whole journey is this fascinating shift from pure tactical execution to strategic influence. You go from owning one tiny feature to owning an entire product line and, more importantly, coaching other PMs to do their best work.
So if the role keeps changing, does that mean you have to be a master of everything? Do you have to be perfect? Actually, no. The most effective product leaders are what we call spiky. Let me show you what I mean.
This is such a great concept. Individuals should be spiky, but teams should be well-rounded. What that means is the best people aren't just kinda good at everything. They have these spikes, a few areas where they are truly exceptionally world-class.
For example, take a look at this chart. This is the shape of a product innovator. See how those blue areas shoot way out for product vision and user experience design? Those are their spikes. This person is an absolute genius at dreaming up the future, but they might not be the best person to manage the day-to-day execution.
And that's the real magic here. You don't have to be good at everything. The best leaders, they know their own shape, they know their spikes, and they build teams with people who have complementary spikes. So that visionary innovator, they go hire a PM who is a total rock star at execution. It's about building a well-rounded team made up of these incredible, spiky individuals.
At the end of the day, there isn't just one right way to be a product manager. It's about figuring out your own unique strengths, your own shape, and finding the place where you can have the biggest impact. So I'll just leave you with this question to think about.
What's your superpower? And how are you going to use it to build something amazing?